Welcome to my channel Study with Rumi. Today we will be discussing about the new English course of BBS first year pattern for college writing. So in this video we will discuss about the introduction, how to use this book, but before that we will be discussing about an essay, What's in a Name by Henry Louis Gates. So this is about an essay which the writer had completely forgotten the incident in his childhood. Here, writer illustrates how racism can perpetuate prejudice that aims to take away individual identity and put entire groups of people down. So you can go through the essay in details. Talking about the technical parts, this book wants us to understand how to respond to an essay. So the first thing we need to do is to think critically. We read essay, and after reading, we need to ask the question to ourselves regarding the text and we draw the conclusion. The elements of the question might be as shown in the figure. So the first one is comprehension. This type of question is all about our understanding. We read the text to understand what really is there to understand. The second one is purpose and audience. These questions ask you to consider why and for whom each selection was written and to examine the implication of writer's choice in a view of particular purpose or intended audience. Similarly, we have third, style and structure. These types of questions examine the decision the writer has made to express his or her ideas, such as arrangement of ideas, paragraphing, sentence structure, word choice, and imageries. We have fourth element, vocabulary projects. It generally asks you to define certain words, to consider the connotation of others, and examine the writer's reason for selecting particular words or pattern of language. As the final element, we have journal entry. It asks about the assignment where we write a short, informal response to what we read and speculate freely about related ideas. These writings are generally short and less formal than the original one. So those were the basic elements about responding to an essay. Now we are moving to the next topic, the particular patterns of writing that the writer might apply. As you can see on the screen, I have mentioned here 8 patterns of writing. The first one is narration. It talks about what happened, when did it happen, where did it happen, and who did it. As illustration, we can take Only Daughter by Sandra Cisneros and My Mother Never Worked by Bonnie Smith-Yackel, and we will be discussing about these essays in upcoming videos. As the second pattern, we have description. It talks about what does it look like, what are the characteristics, what impression does it make. As an illustration, the book has provided us Rice by Jhumpa Lahiri, which we will be discussing in upcoming videos. As the third pattern, we have exemplification. It discusses about what are some typical cases or examples of it. Similarly, the fourth pattern here is process. It talks about how did it happen, what makes it work, and how is it made. As the fifth pattern, we have cause and effect. It talks about the causes behind certain happening and to whom the incident may cause and what might be the effects of causes. For instance, the book has provided the case against air conditioning by Stan Cox and The Black Table is Still There by Lawrence Otis Graham. We will surely be discussing about these essays in the upcoming videos as well. The sixth pattern we have here is comparison and contrast. It deals how it is like other things, how it is different from other things. The book has provided instance for comparison and contrast pattern as well, like Two Ways to Belong in American by Bharati Mukherjee and Why Chinese Mothers Are Superior by Amy Chua. As the seventh pattern, we have classification and division. It deals about the types, parts, separated groupings, any order, any other arrangements and categories that may come with it. As the final pattern we have here is definition. It asks questions like how can it be defined, how does it resemble other members of its class, how does it differ from other members of its class. For instance, this book has provided us I Want a Wife by Judy Brady and The Wife Beater by Gail Rosenwald Smith. So those were the 8 patterns of writing that we just discussed, but there are many other patterns too, like argumentation, which we will be discussing in detail in following videos. So this much for today. If you think this video is fruitful to you in any way, please do like and share with your friends. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in next video.